What's going on, everybody? It is your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town. I am here with DETVCH.com and the wonderful that's in Wilmington, DE.com. That is a mouthful, Miss Jeannie, isn't it?
Mouthful, yes, it is.
Oh, gosh, but I'm so happy to be here because we're actually talking about news, events, and everything that's going on in this wonderful city. Woo! But most of all, we're here with Jenny from the Block, the original Jenny from the Block. 22 years running People's Festival in Wilmington. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
Oh, she is. You can just feel the energy pulsating through her, and it's just like the energy of love, peace, calmness. It is amazing. I am so privileged to spend time and space with you. Thank you so much. And I say that, this might be our second or third take, but it's like I really can feel that. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much, honestly. I appreciate that.
No problem. So that same love and peace, energy, that's going to be actually here for the People's Festival on July 30th, right?
Yes, and it's going to be felt, a few thousand times stronger because that's what people bring when they come. They bring that spirit of unity and one love. As you do, if you ever are talking to somebody and you start talking about Bob Marley, immediately their whole consonants change and they start smiling and talking and being a little bit more on the positive energy. So that's what it is on that day. I think you hit it on the nail on the head.
Awesome.
Unity and one love.
Awesome. So for the people that don't know, what is the People's Festival?
It's a tribute to Bob Marley, and it's important because Ibis and I really wanted to make sure that yes, to Ibis.
Right.
Yes, give thanks and praise. It was important to us that people knew and remembered the connection that Bob had here because it was so important to our life.
Right.
Because this is where we met Bob and this is where we spent such wonderful times with he and his family.
Right.
So for us, it was like we don't want people to forget, the connection that he has here. So hence, our focus on the People's Festival tribute to Bob here in Wilmington has created some hype internationally. So it's been featured in the Marley movie.
Wow.
Ibis is in that movie. The BBC came out to the People's Festival about 6 years ago, and they did a whole documentary on the People's Festival that never made it here, but certainly we've heard about it from people in Europe that, we saw the documentary about your festival. Now, we've never seen it, but definitely our work has paid off,
A lot, and that's true legacy right there. A lot of people are probably wondering on the other side of the camera, like, what is your connection with Bob Marley and that you're holding a tribute to him?
Well, my husband and Bob were good friends back in the 60s before Bob Marley was the icon that he is today.
Okay.
They were just two young men that met in Wilmington. Both of them had businesses and were both very creative young men. Ibis had an African-centric gift shop on 24th and Market. Bob lived on 24th and Tatnall.
Okay.
It was just naturally that one day, Bob would walk down to the shop, and hence the friendship began. Bob and his family, Rita and his mom, used to make the jewelry that my husband sold in his shop.
Oh, wow.
So they would hang out all day and make jewelry. After the shop closed, they'd all go hang out at Mom's and play music in the basement and eat some great Jamaican food. So they became really close friends. And so through that friendship, once our family came to live with Bob and his family, then, of course, the friendship and the love grew, and we just ended up having a wonderful, lifelong relationship with his family, and Bob's mother asked us to do a tribute here in Wilmington, and so that's what we're doing. We're being obedient, and we're doing what we know is God's work. It truly is, because in this day and time, more than ever, that Bob's words are still a message that's very current.
Right.
So bringing that message to Wilmington, where there's a little bit of, that negativity hanging over us, it really does help create that energy of upliftment. It really does.
Right. What's your favorite Bob Marley song?
Nice Time.
One Love. I got that. I hear you. And then speaking of Bob Marley songs, when you come out to the People's Festival, you see all people from nationalities, different backgrounds, different colors, and they all have this one love energy with them. That is simply amazing. And when the people are on stage, the artists are on stage and they're performing, you can just feel the energy pulsating through the crowd. Now, speaking of the artists, I know we have Richard Raw coming. Shout out to Richard Raw. We love you, homie. Who else do we have? Who else do we have?
Well, one of the missions, our mission, a big part of that is to make sure that we showcase local as well as
very, very, very important.
So we focus on that. We really do. We have Richard Raw was on our stage for years ago, I think we could easily say 10 years ago, Richard Raw was on our stage.
Wow.
This is before Richard Raw was...
Richard Raw, he was just Richard.
And so he was Rich Raw, you know? And so my kids would talk me into it. They were like, Mom, he's really good. You should. So, you know, I said, okay, he can go up for 10 minutes.
Right.
And so we opened up the stage, and he did that like 3 or 4 years in a row or something.
Right.
So Spooky Speaky, you know, we went to hear them when they were playing at D&H in Newark. Somebody brought them to our attention, said, you know, just go listen to them. And Ives and I went and enjoyed an evening, and we were like amazed at the quality of effort that these young guys put into doing a tribute to Bob.
Right.
So musically, they're right on it. And we've been putting them on our stage for years.
Right.
So, you know, they're branching out, and we wish all the best for all of our bands. But we have quite a lineup of local artists. The Limits, Brixton Saints, the Cooligans, Richard Raw, and all of the greatest artists from right here in Wilmington will be on our stage. So you all need to come out and support that. But beyond our local artists, we're also bringing some phenomenal entertainment. All the way from Argentina, we have Ali Ka. That is a powerful sister who really is all about the positive of liberty. You know, she's a hip-hop reggae artist, so that'll bring the flavor for our young crew. We have from Los Angeles, we have Quinto Sol, who's a Mexican reggae kind of flavored band. Right. So if you like that kind of salsa mix, you'll love Quinto Sol.
And you got a lot of Latin artists, a lot of themes coming on too.
We also have Banda La Unión from Mexico, who's doing a real Latin cumbia, merengue, all that kind of music.
This is gonna be live out here.
Yeah. Now, as we get closer to the evening sets, we have none other than Dumpster Funk. The Neville Brothers are coming from Louisiana to perform on our stage. That's going to be, don't miss it, you all. You need to be here at 12 o'clock, knocking down that gate to get in here, because every act, from the beginning to the end, is going to be phenomenal. We have Kimani Marley, Bob's son, coming to perform and end the show. But we also have one of the icons of reggae, Michael Rose, who is from the original Uhuru.
You got like
Uhuru band.
You got like over 10 acts coming, 15 acts.
Yes, we do. And that's why we need 2 stages, because there's so much talent here locally that we really needed 2 stages.
You're running 2 stages?
Yeah, we've been doing that for about 6 years, because there was such an outpouring of interest in performing on our stage. Right. And the only way we could feature some of our local talent is to have our 2nd stage. And so, you know, that's what we're here for, and we are loving it. And you really, really need to come out and support those opening acts, because
tell them.
You all really need to be here and support the local artists, because when they open up that stage, it's a done deal.
Yeah, it's done.
Jamming.
Where can people get information, or better yet, get the tickets?
Peoplesfestival.com. Go online. Check anybody that you know that might have a special code, because you can save 10% if you go on Facebook and message us. We'll share some of the codes that are out there. And what those codes do, they allow people with a nonprofit to raise funds for their organization while giving their friends 10% discount on the tickets when you go online. So you save on the tickets, plus each ticket that's sold through those agencies, they get $1.
Oh, that's amazing. So I'm going to give you a hashtag for anybody that takes pictures. People's Fest 2016. That cool? People's Fest 2016. Put that on. That's your hashtag to use for any pictures or any video, and that if you are tweets that you're going to do live, so people that are not home, or that are home or not here, they see it. They're going to get their butts here. All right. People's Fest 2016. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, go on peoplesfestival.com, get your tickets, go on Facebook, like us, share us, make it a unified effort so that everybody can promote the beautiful city that we live, work, and play in.
Oh, that's amazing. Yo, one love. Give me some.